of you may have noticed that I have started wearing my hair naturally curly for a lot of things, basically every day, because trying to blow it straight and then recurl it and all that jazz just doesn't last unless it's not humid and I'm using my curl band. If you don't know what the curl band is, then check out this link right there. Just click on it. Go see what the curl band's all about. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So anyway, my girl Delaney asked on Instagram, how do I style my curly hair and how do I keep volume in it? First of all, I struggle keeping volume in my hair because I don't have a lot. My hair is actually really thin. It's kind of wet right now, but ooh, see, you can see it back there in the background. See that? Mama don't have a lot of hair. First things first, if you have curly hair and you wear it curly all the time, my biggest suggestion is to keep it trimmed and have layers. You know, layers that accentuate and complement your face shape are gonna be the biggest help, especially keeping layers in the back to keep that part lifted. When the back and the sides are lifted, then the rest of your hair pretty much looks voluminous. You will get the triangle effect if the layers aren't cut adequately. Ooh. I'm dying here. It's a thunderstorm and I'm knocking my coffee over. Okay, so once you have your haircut squared away, then you're gonna need to invest in products because curly hair really works best when it's infused with moisture and it's healthy. Now, something to keep in mind, which is really hard to get away from if you pay attention, is avoiding products that are made with alcohol because alcohol dries your hair out. Sprays that help cut down dry time, most hairsprays that hold like extra long hold or whatever, or humidity barriers, stuff like that, they're pretty much all gonna have alcohol, or it'll be denaturized alcohol as one of the top 4 or 5 ingredients. What I have found that I really enjoy are the L'Oreal EverStyle line of products, but they are all alcohol-free. Most of them, like the shampoos and conditioners, are paraben-free, sulfate-free, gluten-free probably, who knows. When we first moved to Mississippi, my hair was out of control. I couldn't brush it out. I couldn't blow dry it with a round brush because it was like my hair would not brush out. Like the humidity was making it sticky. It was crazy. It was like my hair wouldn't dry. So I was trying. Oh, I should do a giveaway of products that I bought and don't use anymore because literally I have like a basket full of stuff. Would any of y'all be interested in that? But I found this line, which most of you are probably familiar with already, Carol's Daughter. Boop. And I stumbled across it on an end cap at Target, and they had marked down, it was like Carol's Daughter for Kids, CD 4K, I think is what it said, and the bottles are like rainbow colored and super bright and fun. I bought that, started using it, fell in love with it. It smells amazing, my kids love it. So I looked into Carol's Daughter products for adults, the full line, and I found this hair milk style foam, which is Mousse, and then the hair milk line refresher spray. They're both nourishing and conditioning. The only thing that might get you with these is the smell. This one is honey, agave, and rosemary. So it smells like herbs. And if you want something that smells like sweet and powdery and flowery and all that stuff, then this is not. I don't know if you would like this or not. So if you like smell goody things that are fruity and sweet and flowery and all that stuff that smell pretty, these 2 products will probably be what you would like best. But these products deliver. I mean, what they say they're gonna do, they do. They have nourished my hair. It has kept my hair conditioned. Pretty much all of my Mousse products, I always focus at my roots because what we're going for here and what Delaney had specifically asked for is volume. So to get to that point, whenever I use Mousse in my hair, I always focus on my roots, right around the top of my head. I did a couple pumps, put it around the crown of my head, and as you can see, my hair has been air drying, so I'm gonna flip my head over for added volume and diffuse it. Let's go. One more thing. When you diffuse your hair, you want to do it on the lowest setting and the lowest heat because you don't want to make your hair frizzy. Fast, high settings with lots of heat might dry your hair faster, but it's also gonna make your hair frizzier, so keep that in mind while you're drying. And one thing that I wanted to remind you is that since I part my hair on the left side over to the right, I will spend most of my dry time with my head flipped over to the left, because when I'm drying it this way, when I flip it back over for the part, it will give extra volume at the root. And the next thing that I do is examine my curls to see if there are any that are just unruly and aren't curling really well. And I use the I use the Camie curling wand. This is the Curl Jam wand. It is an interchangeable curling wand. So currently I have in the 19mm barrel. There's also a 22mm and a 25mm, and a flat iron comes with that package too. So I find a tiny barrel. You want a smaller barrel when you're going back in to recurl your hair, because the smaller the barrel is, the more likely it is to mimic your natural curl shape. So most of the time I just focus on the curls around my face, because I want that shape to be the smoothest and the most uniform, because it looks more put together in my opinion, instead of just being kind of like free and wild all over the place. Because right now I feel like, oh hey, I just got out of the swimming pool. But when I tame some of these curls and get them to look a little bit more uniform, I feel a lot more put together. And curling with this curling wand will give a lot of my top layer curls a lot more bouncing volume as well. So as you can see, I wrapped it around and literally like counted to 1 and then pulled it off, and that joker just popped right off of the wand. Something else that I do with my curls is I don't curl them all the same way. Usually when I blow my hair straight and then put curls in it, I curl everything away from my face, because I feel like that is the most flattering look. But when I want to mimic the natural curl of my hair, I alternate if I'm curling towards my face or away. Most of the curls that I do towards my face, I do pretty much on the back of my head. So starting at my ear and then working back, and I'll alternate forward or backward. I usually curl my hair around my face, away from my face, because it falls so much more nicely and the curls just meld together really well. If I was curling all towards my face, it'd be like crazy octopus bangs. We can't be having crazy octopus bangs. Something else you want to remember is that you are curling very small sections of hair. Like, I wouldn't even say half an inch, probably like 1/4 of an inch. You want to pick up pieces that are still the same size, like this little bitty curl all by itself. That's all that you want to curl, because if you curl pieces that are too big, it starts to look fake, which there ain't nothing wrong with fake curls. Everybody be curling their hair all the time. But if you're trying to match your natural texture, then you need to curl pieces that are as big as how your hair clumps together. You want to tame this guy. He's kind of wanting to be cray-cray. And then I will come back, show you the finished product, and talk about a few more things before we end this. So basically, I just went around and touched up the entire top layer of my hair. So getting that top layer in shape is really what is key for me in my hair. And I have done that with a curling iron before, and I've done that with a different curling wand, and honestly, there is nothing that has given my hair more volume and curled my hair better and matched my natural curl shape better than this Camie curling wand. So that's what's up with that. And then I'm gonna finish with a few sprays of my Carol's Daughter Hair Melt Refresher Spray. So by spritzing the ends, it helps them to look moisturized and not dried out and frizzy and fried. And that also probably means that you need to get a trim. Basically, I need to get my hair trimmed. So I spray those ends and then hairspray that bad boy. By lifting up your layers when you spray, you're helping set the definition and kind of keep the separation of curl that you already have, so that all your curls don't meld together. And then like just shaking your hair a little bit while it dries helps it to not dry in a position that's like shrub head, and everywhere you turn your hair doesn't move. So this is what I do for day one styling. Sometimes I can get away with not curling my hair at all, which is far healthier with not putting heat on your hair. But I have found that The best thing to maintain curly hair for day 2 is to grab like a, oh, I don't have one sitting around, but to grab like a cloth elastic, something that's soft and not super tight, and literally pull your hair up on a ponytail right on top of your head if your hair is long enough to do that. That way you can roll around and sleep however, and you're not squashing your curls or like smashing your hair flat. And then you take the ponytail out the next morning. Usually your curls look pretty much the same, and you grab a refresher spray. One of these 2 products, spritz your hair, re-scrunch, even re-diffuse if you have to. Of course, dry shampoo, you can tease it. What I like to do is flip my hair. So instead of parting it on the left and letting it swoop to the right, I will actually flip my hair over and part it on the right, swoop it to the left, and I get a lot more volume on day 2 hair than I do on day 1. So most of the pictures you've seen where my hair is big, that's day 2 hair. If your bangs are unruly or you just can't get them to curl right or they're too short, you can always do a little twist back or do a little side French braid or Dutch braid and pull that however you would like to do that. And those are my tips and tricks for curly hair, especially wearing it down. Obviously, day 3, or if you make it to day 4, high five, and you can throw that mess up into a messy bun. And if you want to know how we do messy buns, click that link right there. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Delaney, for asking. We love it when you guys make suggestions on things that we should film or talk about or blog about. So always keep those coming. And as always, make sure that you subscribe. If you don't subscribe to our channel, you'll probably miss out on some videos because sometimes we forget to blog about them. But subscribe, check out our channel. We have 45 videos that you can see right now with tips and tricks and life and kids and all of that jazz. Hopefully you'll enjoy it and find something that meets your needs. If not, let us know and we'll see you around. Thanks again for watching.
Hey guys.
Give him a kiss.
Hi guys.
Love you.
Oh, hey, what's on? Is that lipstick?
Do you have on lipstick?
No, I got chapstick.
Oh man.
Thanks for watching.